Alright, so what's up, Call of Duty athletes? Today, we're gonna be reviewing Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Journalist's Worst Nightmare. And I wanna get right into this video, and I also do wanna stress the point that yes, we are gonna be complaining, we're gonna be hating on the game, we're gonna be telling everybody to go pound sand, not gonna hold back. And I also do want to make it abundantly clear that yes, I like Modern Warfare, we're gonna be praising the game in this video too, but you see, life isn't all about rainbows and going around picking up sunflower seeds and none of that. And let's get into it. And I want to start this video off with the minimap argument, and I'm pretty sure you have heard like a million different YouTubers talk about it. And don't worry, my argument is gonna be different, and this is gonna be an opinion and something, and I'm hoping that I can really get this point across. And I also do want to put this on your guys' screen. Yes, this is Joel Amisley, DM'd me and said that raw gameplay will be coming out very soon. I'm assuming next Thursday. Normally and typically when they say ASAP, it doesn't mean ASAP, okay? It means that years later, months later, but I think that it's gonna be coming out next week. And my point here is that devs are definitely listening, and they're gonna be welcoming your criticism with open arms. If there's something that you dislike, put it in the comments below, and dislike this video if you don't like Modern Warfare, like this video if you like Modern Warfare generally. But I have been seeing pretty much everyone talk about the minimap. Some people are okay with it, some people are like, nah, just put minimap back in the game. This minimap argument is going around, and I've been seeing people be calling them petitions and telling everybody to sign them and all that, and it's actually crazy. I'm gonna say that let's play the beta to find out, but this argument is still very valid, and I'm gonna bring up a couple of points now. The minimap, it's a staple of Call of Duty. We had this for 10 years, and adding a compass and some other things, they're gonna be adding other things, and I guess the homie Long Sensation put it in a right way. Removing the minimap is to add realism, yet they are going to add a feature so you can see your teammates' outlines through walls. Wouldn't a minimap just be 10 times more realistic, since you typically would do reconnaissance before a mission anyway? And I absolutely agree with that. Let's be real, we got no minimap, right? We got the compass on the screen. Yeah, it's a neat idea, but let's be real, they would have to develop that, the coding and all that would definitely take a lot of their time, and I'm pretty sure that there will be issues with it. Hopefully not, but everything can have some issues with it, and minimap is something that they had for 10 years. So if they're gonna put minimap in it, obviously it's not really gonna be the eighth wonder of the world. And I'm not even really worried about the compass thing. I'm really worried about the feature that they're gonna be adding, and that is gonna be all about you being able to see your teammates through the walls. And I think this is a big yikes, and this is not gonna be good, because even right now the HUD is so cluttered, and I dislike the HUD a lot. I love the HUD when they showed it for the 2v2, because yes, we didn't have the minimap, yes, we had the weapon and the ammo count and the victory points, and that was pretty much it, the kill feed, and that's it, right? The HUD was pretty relevant, and it was telling you all the relevant and good information and only information that you need, and I like that. I want the video games to have a clean HUD. But what this will do is that not only that we're gonna have the compass on the screen, we're gonna have the weapon, the potatoes, and the ammo count, and we're also gonna have the streaks and all that to the right, and we're also gonna have the victory points, team deathmatch score and all that, to the left, bottom left. And at the top we're gonna have the compass, and slightly to the right of that we're gonna have little ribbons come up, them calling cards when you kill a homie in the game. You will also have a kill feed, and now you will also gonna be able to see outlines of your teammates, and it's gonna be pretty big. It's gonna be right in the middle of your screen, and I think that's gonna take away from realism. Infinity War, listen to me, don't do this, don't do this. I think that this can definitely negatively impact all that realism that you're chasing. I know that you want this game to be realistic, I mean, duh, this is gonna make it unrealistic, okay? Trust me, this is gonna make it unrealistic. And I guess that I'm also talking about the HUD here, and while I'm on it, I don't like the HUD. I really don't like the HUD. I loved it in the 2v2 mode, but in this one, like I said, it's just way too cluttered. Just tell me the weapon I have. Get rid of the streaks if someone have a UAV as their streak, and I think that a lot of people are gonna be using UAV, let's be real. But if someone has a UAV, they know that it's 3 kills or 4 kills, depends on the perk you're using with it, right? So people who are gonna use streaks will know how many kills they need, and they will be able to keep track of it because of the leaderboard. So get rid of that. And also that compass thing, I personally don't like it. I think that is gonna take away from immersion. There's just so much going on the screen, and I'm gonna be pretty blunt. I saw the trailer, loved it, and then I saw the gameplay, was like, okay, there is something that feels a little bit off. I'm not sure what it is. And then I saw the night mode gameplay, and bro, that made me nut. That made me nut hard, and I was kind of praising. If you catch my stream, you probably saw me nutting and all that, and I loved it. And the reason I loved it was because there was no HUD, and it felt realistic, and obviously Infinity Ward is going for a realistic touch, so that makes sense. And it really looked real, and it looked really good on top, and it felt like that I'm just playing something really good. And I remember Medal of Honor that came back, I believe in 2010 or something like that, and I loved that game. I loved that game. And then they came out with a sequel by the name of Medal of Honor Warfighter, and that had the same teammates outlines. It had the HUD problem, and I really disliked that game. It just killed the franchise for me, and I never turned back to it. But Call of Duty is Call of Duty. We'll always turn back to it, right? My point here is that we need a clean HUD, and this can do wonders. This can make people love the game even more, and this can enhance the experience quite a lot. On the other hand, I don't like the hit marker sound. Infinity Ward, why you change it? Like, every time I hear the hit marker sound effect, it sounds to me like that I'm hearing my teacher writing something on the board with that chalk. It gives me PTSD, bro. Have a classic hit marker sound effect, okay? And next up, your character footsteps are way too loud. It just feels like that I'm just tapping my ground and something is like on top of my forehead and just pounding sand there. And I believe that I actually told Joel Amisley, and if somehow you're watching this video, I told you, and he said that there is a lot of things happening behind the scenes. They are trying to improve the sound and all that. And overall, the sound is pretty good in this game, that I'll say. But your character footsteps sound effect is way too loud, and I just don't like it. It feels like that I'm on a cardboard. And honestly, these are the only things that I really hate about this game. Like the HUD, the minimap, and the minimap isn't even the thing that I really hate, but I hate like the other things that are happening because of the removal of the minimap. And I know that no minimap can definitely force homies to camp and all that, so that's gonna be another problem for another day. Now, the things that I really like that made me fire a lot of dopamine are the weapons in the game. I love the weapons. The night maps are really crazy good, but I heard from other people who played this game say that yes, they also loved it, but they're also saying that it's gonna get boring after your first playthrough or second playthrough. And I believe Drifter put it in a right way, that if you do not have like the right teammates, then it's gonna be boring, because it's just gonna be you going around and not knowing what you're doing. Or I mean, the randoms wouldn't know what you're doing, because obviously if you're watching, you know what you're gonna be doing. You're part of the Call of Duty athlete group. But the green and the white vision all the time, you know, that's I like it for immersion, but I think it's gonna get boring. But the night maps, bro, that was the thing that sold me personally on the game, because initially the HUD, I wasn't feeling it, but when I saw it, that made me nut big time, and I loved it, bro. I loved it. But YouTubers are definitely saying that it's gonna get boring, and it may be true, right? We never know. The 20 versus 20, some YouTubers are saying that's bad, some are saying it's good, but to me, bro, that is pretty good. I want bigger maps, but I also have seen gameplay, and it looks like that the maps are way too big for even 20 versus 20. Like, you gotta make it so it's like 30 versus 30, right? I think, and I feel like that having a minimap in 20 versus 20 will definitely enhance the experience. That's kind of like one of the arguments, but I could be wrong. But that's one of the things that I really liked, and I feel like that Call of Duty definitely need bigger maps, but with more players as well. And we're also hearing that there will be 100 players ground W, and I am really excited about that. That alone made me fire dopamine. The weapon customization, knowing the fact that we're gonna be having 30 to 60 attachments per weapon, dog, that is hard. And I love that. And Infinity Ward, if you're listening, that is probably the best thing you're doing. And that's not even like the best thing they're doing. The best thing is this, that there are 60 attachments, you know, hypothetically, but you can only put 5 on your weapon, and basically it will allow for unique play, and it will also change the stats basically. So what this will do is that every time you change up your attachments, it will give your weapon a unique play, and you will have something new to learn and to adapt to. It's also gonna make your weapon look new and different, and obviously with these amount of attachments, you can definitely stand out with your weapon in the lobby, and I think that's really good. Like, not only that, your weapon can have a different look but different stats, and it's gonna be pretty good. And obviously if it's gonna be new, homies are gonna fire dopamine, and that is a pretty good thing. Next up, no season pass and crossplay. We needed that, and I'm glad that it is finally here, but I'm fearing Bobby Boy, because if he cries in the Lambo, it's game over. We're gonna have microtransactions, and I have spoken with some of my homies and we were throwing arguments, and the conclusion was the same, that if they are not gonna have a season pass, they're gonna lose money and they would have to make that money somehow. So microtransactions, I'm hoping they're fair though. Now these are gonna be the things that we absolutely need. The post-launch content. Post-launch content is a must. People get bored fast. Infinity Ward and Activision, people get bored. So we need post-launch content, and we don't need like any post-launch content. We need unique and fresh post-launch content. Black Ops 4, prime example of not doing that ever again, okay? Like, don't give us recycle maps. Sometimes recycle maps remastered content is good. It's good to fire that nostalgic dopamine, or however you say that. It's good for nostalgia, but it's not good. We need new content, and I'm really glad that you're making Modern Warfare a new game, which is definitely a +1 in my eyes. But we need new content, and obviously I understand that everyone that is at Infinity Ward or anyone who is a dev is a homo sapien too, just like me and everyone who's watching this video. So obviously I don't want their lives to be miserable. I don't want to do that, and I think that this is not really gonna be Infinity Ward's problem, but more of Activision problem. I think that Infinity Ward, I'm not sure who, I'm just a gamer, just a dork YouTuber, I'm not sure whose problem this is gonna be, but they need to dedicate a team to get post-launch content out there. I say every 2 weeks something good needs to come out. Every 2 weeks we get like a new weapon maybe, and every month we get a new map. Okay, let's say a map or two, new weapons, new skins, new game modes, new maps, new, maybe a score streak too, like, you know, in the future we can maybe have a new streak or two. But the point being, every 2 weeks to a month we get significant amount of content, fresh content, and that is definitely going to make sure the game stays alive. And honestly, these are all the things that I like, that I hate, that I think we need in the future. And overall the game looks solid. I'm not mind blown, because it definitely takes too much to be mind blown, but I'm definitely firing a lot of dopamine, and I think that they got something good, and overall I am pretty happy, and I cannot wait for the beta. And obviously then some things will change, and I'm definitely gonna make an updated video, and I feel like that a lot of other people will have different opinions as well. So that is really about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe for more. Check out some other videos on the screen, and I will see you in the next one.